I'm Theresa Allan. I'm the Family Consumer Science Educator from Sumner County. The last 10 years I've done a lot of homebuyer pre-purchase classes. It's a partnership with UT Extension and the Tennessee Housing Development Agency. And what it is if you've not owned a home or not owned a home in 3 years, you need to take a pre-purchase class because buying a house is pretty daunting for most of us. And it helps people understand the process that they go through. We talk about the stages of buying a home. We also cover things like managing their money, having a spending plan and a budget for when they're in their home. We also talk about the importance of credit. We talk about the credit report and why credit's important and all the capabilities of a home. We also cover home maintenance, which to a lot of home buyers is one thing that they worry about the most is maintaining a home and how to take care of it and things to do in that regard. We talk about the importance of getting radon tests, which we don't require in Tennessee, but it's pretty important. We do have to have a termite letter. So it's really an encompassing day of 6 hours of training that we talk about, which with the housing debacle of 2008, it kind of gives security to people to know they won't go into foreclosure. It is a good time to buy a house now, it's particularly because interest rates at 3.4%, which I tell people in 1980 when I bought a house in Mount Juliet, it was 17%. So it's a really great time to buy a house. The greatest thing about the class for me are the people that come to the class and they might be the first person in their generation to own a home. And we just take it for granted that we've owned a home, that people do it, but it is really the American dream. And when they tell me they're going to have Thanksgiving in their dining room and they're the first person in their family to ever own a home, it's very great. It's also great when we talk about people about things to look for in a home. We talk about looking at your school zones because they change school zones all the time in Sumner County, or looking at how far you drive from your work because we don't really have public transportation as much. One lady said to me, I don't care where my children go to school, we're having a home. Do you understand we're having a home for the very first time? And that's very reassuring for what I do. So it's a great program. We love UT Extension for being able to offer that.